Yeah, I mean, it had some peaks and valleys in it too. I thought we came out good. I thought, the end of the first period kind of flattened out a little bit. I thought we came out with some good jump in the second period and really did some things that we were liking, and then they scored at the end of the second. And third period went back and forth. I do think that as our game went on, I thought, we stayed with it, maybe even got better, through the overtimes, and had to kill a couple penalties in the overtime, so you got to fight through that and then get the power play opportunity. So I mean, it was a roller coaster a little bit, and for the guys to stay in there, locked in and focused like that, that was a pretty big effort.
Dan?
Peter, you've talked a lot so far in these playoffs about Vincent Trocheck and everything he does for you. Well, he leads your team in ice time, he leads the game in ice time tonight.
Yeah.
He scores the winning goal. I don't know what more you could say about him, but
You
what did you think?
want me to?
Yeah, I mean, just maybe about this game.
Well, it goes back to what I said. If you think about it, now it's in playoffs, and it gets pushed into games that have an overtime or multiple overtimes, and yet his role doesn't change, and he's part of every part of the game. I mean, I'm double shifting him just for backing up face-offs or just getting 2 centimen on the ice. And that's more time on the ice. That's extended time. The power play, the penalty kill, the 5-on-5 play, his lines production, the end of a game either way, and he just keeps answering the bell with it. He was noticeable. He's engaged. You can see it in his demeanor, and you can see it in the way he's playing the game. He's engaged.
Go to Mark.
Peter, this was the first probably true bit of adversity you faced in these playoffs for an extended period of time. Can you speak to what is it about this team that doesn't blink, and what can this do for you going forward?
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily know if it's adversity. To me, it was just a good hockey game. I said it the other day. You do well and you finish high in the standings, and second round you're playing a team that's like a couple points behind you. And so they're a good team. They're a really good team. And so it's not. This isn't going to be control all 60 minutes and move on to the next game. You're going to have to fight just to get your share of the half of the minutes to go your way. And that's probably the way it is from here on out. It's playoff hockey. The game was fast, it was furious, it was physical, there was a lot of energy and emotion inside the game. It's everything that you would want in a playoff game. And so it goes back to what I said, there's going to be peaks and valleys. But to answer your question on that, like, I do agree with you. We were able to come out of some of those valleys at the end of the first period. I thought we dipped. We came out in the second period, and I thought that we were on point with our game, trying to get back in. And we gave up the goal at the end of the second, so you could dive and dip again. And so I'm glad that we were able to, when it was rolling, when the wave was rolling up and down, we were able to, when it was down, we were able to push it back up again.
Go to Andrew.
Yeah. Just what are you seeing out of Laugh? It was his first couple of playoff goals in a couple of years, but he's been producing consistently in the playoff. What are you seeing him on that side of the puck? And then with the way you're using that line, have you liked the way he's stepped up defensively in the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me it's just a continuation of his regular season. There's good chemistry on that line. It has not been touched the entire year. We haven't moved any pieces in or out in different directions. He was going tonight, and so when a player's going and you can see it, and I saw it, you want him out there more. You can find time, and you can double shift him, and you can find some extra minutes for him, and that's the same way as the regular season. I mean, I think he's taken the regular season and the confidence that he got from that, and he's bringing it into the playoffs.
Go to Ethan. Ethan here.
I'm sorry. Peter, just first of all, just how big was Igor tonight, and second, how good was it to see everybody kind of jump to his defense there, early in the game when he took that hit?
Well, he was fantastic tonight. I mean, both goaltenders had to make big saves, or the game would have went in a different direction. But I thought he played a heck of a game. He made, and then you're in overtime too, and when your goaltender is making those saves in overtime, I mean, when you do it in the second period, you got maybe half the game to fight back. But in overtime, those saves have to be made, and he was fantastic. And like I said, I thought we got better as the game went on. I thought he got better as the game went on too. And I think it's just natural to stick up for your goaltender. Guys are going to jump in there, and they know how important he is to this team, and they're going to defend him.
Finish with Fuge. Tom, Slate.
Coach, why have you been able to dominate the special teams the way you have these first 2 games?
Yeah. You know, I don't even, again, dominate, I don't know. We're working hard. I know what they have on the other side for the power play, and I think our penalty kill is working really hard and trying to do the right things, and we've gotten big saves from Igor when we needed them. The power play has been pretty effective all year, you know, kind of like the questions that we're asking about players and Laugh. It's not something that we just turned on in the playoffs. It's been an effective, you know, there's a small blip in the middle of the season where it kind of went off the radar a little bit, but it got back on the radar at the end of the year, and it has maintained itself and been there. And I do think that our guys you can get confidence from that too when they're feeling their game, and it shows in the power play sometimes. But I don't know if dominance is a word that I would have used, just because I know it's on the other side. It's a top-ranked power play. It's a top-ranked penalty kill. We better respect both sides of that, and we better make sure we work.
Thank you, guys.
Go ahead. I'll get one more.
Peter, I was just going to ask about groups you've been around in your career. You've obviously coached a lot of teams. We've made that joke a lot, but everything about this group seems contagious. The fun they're having, the winning. Can you talk about just the camaraderie amongst the group right now? Because winning 6 playoff games in a row is pretty remarkable. I do think they're having fun. I do think there's good camaraderie. I think that they play hard for each other in a game. I think they practice hard together. I think they get along well off the ice, and I think it's part of a plan to come in here and hope to build something the right way, and the players have to really grab onto that, and they have. And so, I see what you see. They're a group of guys that likes to come to the rink. They like to work hard. They like to play for each other, and those are all positive things.